So welcome back guys to another video, and today I'm doing a review on Shooting Stars Bravo, a collection of 6 shooters that really put the shoot 'em up genre on the map during the arcade heyday of the 90s and early 2000s. And I have to thank the folks at NIS of America for sending a review copy to the studio. I'll be talking about the port on the Nintendo Switch, so without further ado, let's talk about the games that are featured in this collection. Samurai Aces. This shooter actually dives with a pretty good story. The science fantasy story of the Sengoku Ace revolves around 6 feudal Japan Sengoku period characters, sent on a mission to stop an evil cult and rescue the Shogun's kidnapped daughter, the Moon Princess, before she can be used as a sacrifice to resurrect their demon god. The game actually features 21 different endings and different variations with characters of 2-player pairing. With 5 different characters to choose from, they all play different, and this game has tons of replay value. TENGAI, also known as Samurai Aces 2, takes a series in a totally different look visually. It's a horizontal shooter. The characters feature a great sense of humor in the cutscenes throughout the game, and it's pretty much a standard for shoot 'em ups. There's not a ton of unlockables like the first Samurai Aces, and it's pretty short. It's a fun title, but sadly doesn't live up to the sequel mentality of taking everything you love with the first game and making it better. Samurai Aces 3, also known as Sengoku Cannon, is the 3rd entry to the Samurai Aces series and plays a lot like Samurai Aces 2 with being a horizontal shooter. But wow, the quality really went downhill. The sprites are very small, and they introduce a ever-changing 3D polygon background that can be kind of distracting. There are only 5 levels in Samurai Aces 3, less than the previous games, and although they're a bit longer, and frankly, a little bit more on the dull side. However, the random stages and branching paths have been completely removed, and there are 4 characters to start with 2 more unlocked after multiple game completions. To be honest, this is probably my least favorite game in the collection. Gumbird is a much more simpler shooter compared to other Psikyo shooters like say Strikers 1945, but don't let that fool you. One thing that makes Gumbird more fun than your average shmup is his selection of characters. Gumbird uses manga style characters as the player's chosen craft, a story that plans out in between levels and before boss fights, telling a tale of how the protagonists are trying to collect pieces of a magic mirror to make a wish. Gumbird has 7 levels in all, but tons of replay value. With the unique loops of different bullet patterns, the cutscenes between the battles with 2 players fighting co-op are frequently packed with hilarious dialogue and situations. This is an often recurring theme with Psikyo games, and Gumbird is no exception. I love the anime style and the upbeat music. The Gumbird series is definitely one of my favorites when it comes to the Psikyo collection. Which brings in Gumbird 2. With a whole new cast other than the young magician, the title features everything and more I loved about Gumbird. This is also the first Psikyo shooter to feature metal chaining, which means picking up 2,000 point medals when they flash repeatedly results in a slight point increase and a coin chain. Recorded separately from the score, this was later found in Strikers 1945-3 and Strikers 1999. Gumbaric, maybe the biggest surprise in the collection and the most unique and different. Gumbaric is essentially a breakout clone, and this game is actually a spin-off of the Gumbird series starring the Gumbird's protagonist Marion and some pirate kid. Both characters have their own statuses and different play styles. The first thing you'll notice though is that instead of your conventional paddle, you have a pair of pinball flippers. Each stage has a time limit of 1 minute, but thankfully there are your usual assortment of power-ups that help you along the way, including a wide shot, a hyper shot to help you penetrate bricks even faster, and a multi-ball power-up that can totally be wild sometimes. If you lose any of the balls, it's okay, just as long as you don't lose the purple ball that you start with. Now, if you guys remember, quite recently I did a review of Psikyo Shooting Stars Alpha, which was another collection of Psikyo shooters, but comparing the two, I do have to say I kind of recommend Bravo a little bit more. I like the lineup a little bit more. I'm a bigger fan of games like Gumbird and Samurai Aces than, say, Strikers 1945. I think both collections are awesome, but Bravo really reeled me in when it came to celebrating the Psikyo team and enjoying these shoot-em-ups. I mean, this is a genre that is like my zen. You know, when I play shooters, I really just zone out, I forget everything. It's just got so much going for it, and that's what I really love about this collection, and that's something that I really recommend for Nintendo Switch owners. And also, this collection, just like the Alpha, has some really nice little setups where you can actually take the Switch in handheld mode and flip it vertically and play the games in its original aspect ratio, share the joy, share your Joy-Cons, and really relive that arcade experience. But before I get into the score of this game, I do want to talk about the things that I didn't like about the Bravo collection. And it's some of the same things that I complained about with the Alpha collection, in the sense that yes, this is going to have a physical edition. This is going to have a special collector's edition that features art and soundtracks and liner notes and history lessons about the Psikyo company, about these games, about gaming history, and I think that's so important when you come out with these kind of collections. Unfortunately, if you buy it just digitally off the eShop, you're just getting the 6 games, which isn't a bad thing, but I feel like you're getting kind of gimped, especially with not knowing how scarce the special collection is going to be. So giving this game a score, I would give it a solid 8 out of 10. Just like Psikyo Shooting Stars Alpha, I feel like this is a very awesome collection for any Switch owner who wants to relive the golden age of the arcades and, you know, love playing shmups. This is definitely something to check out. And what do you guys think? Leave a comment below. Is this something you want to check out? And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to only subscribe, but also hit the bell for notifications so you're notified on all future content on this channel. Anyway guys, as always, thanks for watching, and as always, happy gaming.